Hello and welcome to the Roll-Up PAX Stretcher training. The PAX Stretcher comes in three component parts: the vacuum insert, and inside the vacuum insert, the vacuum pump for removing air. The idea of the PAX Stretcher is for removal of the supine patient, for a patient in cardiac arrest or a patient following ROSC, or a patient who needs to be kept spinally immobilised and removed. The PAX Stretcher can accommodate the scoop stretcher for the spinally immobilised patient, or can be used with a vacuum insert that allows more rigidity to the stretcher. In order to get the patient into the PAX Stretcher, either place the patient on the scoop stretcher and lift them into the PAX Stretcher, or place them on a carry sheet, lift the carry sheet up and slide the PAX Stretcher underneath them, with or without the vacuum insert. It is a vacuum insert that provides more rigidity and greater comfort for the patient, so it's helpful in the ROSC patient where you may have a more challenging extrication. Once the patient has been placed in the stretcher, if you're using the vacuum insert, remove the air using the pump. The vacuum insert is not compatible with the suction unit. Once the air has been removed, and whilst doing this you're having somebody support the head pieces to allow them to form around the head. Once the vacuum insert has turned rigid, you now need to secure the stretcher. So working with a colleague, kneeling opposite each other and using your knees to brace against the stretcher, secure coloured straps to coloured straps. The first strap at the foot end is the black strap. Work up the patient, making sure the straps are secure. Whilst securing the straps around the patient's torso, ask the patient to take a deep inspiration if they are spontaneously breathing. This may ensure the strap is not too tight and doesn't impair ventilation. Once the straps are secured, you can place the head strap that comes over the shoulders and attaches to the red securing strap. Then you need to secure the head and foot plate, threading the black belt through the fasteners on the head and foot plate and securing it with the buckle opposite. That is repeated on the head and foot strap. If you've got a patient who needs to be carried at a steep angle, there are the additional orange straps which are secured in the head pocket. Those fasten onto the stretcher and round the groin of the patient, and they aim to stop the patient sliding within the stretcher, and are particularly useful for the patient who has to be carried at a very steep angle or nearly stood vertically. Once those straps are secure if needed, the patient is ready to be moved. But prior to moving, make sure that you check each strap is tight and that you've checked that the stretcher is secure. The stretcher also has two drag handles which can be secured at the head or the feet end of the stretcher and used to drag or slide the patient or provide extra support whilst the patient is being carried downstairs. The stretcher can be used as a skid and the patient slid, or as a carrying device. Where a patient is spinally immobilised, the patient should be placed on the scoop and secured in the stretcher. The vacuum mattress is very much there for use with the cardiac arrest patient to provide rigidity and support. The stretcher has a loading limit and a carrying limit of 200 kilos. The stretcher cannot be used as part of another lifting system. It is not licensed for this, nor inspected for it. Look for damage, check the straps. In terms of decontamination cleaning, the stretcher is licensed and can be used decontaminated with Clinell wipes. If the straps on the stretcher are soiled, replacements can be ordered. Thank you very much.